Terence breaks the ice. Glenn is a coffee pot engine and has worked on the Fat Controller's railway for longer than most. He was once the #1 engine, however, that title has since been passed on. One cold Christmas morning, Glenn rolled into Toy Wreck. Thomas was on the other line. He looked cross.
What seems to have you down, Thomas?
It's the signal. The arm's been frozen down and I've been shunted until it can be repaired. At this rate, I'll miss the party at Knapford.
Ho ho ho, laughed Glenn. You youngings and your parties.
That's when Glenn glanced over to the work shed to see a small orange tractor parked alongside it.
Thomas, is that Terence?
Oh, yes. He's a tractor that helped me back in 1935. The Fat Controller got him on loan so that he could help clear the lines of snow this year. Sadly, it seems he's overworked himself. Quite strange. He's normally quite sensible, if you ask me.
I'm sure he's just in need of some maintenance. However, I do remember one time he wasn't so sensible.
Wait, you knew Terence?
Oh yes, we met 1 year before you took over.
But I thought he was built in 1933.
Well, his brothers and sisters were, but he was a prototype. Didn't he tell you that?
Well, no, but he seems to like to keep to himself a lot.
He always did.
So, Glyn, Terence was once a risk-taker?
Well, no, he just wasn't very sensible. Perhaps it's better if I start from the beginning.
It was December of 1924, just a year before you got your branch line. I was beginning to show my age, and the work was beginning to pile up, but I was determined to prove that I was still really useful. We were about to reach the last station when in the distance, we could see a tractor trying to cross the line.
Driver, stop! Stop!
We stopped just in time. Filthy coffee pot, watch where you're going! Oh dear, oh dear. The fat director was soon informed, and legal action was threatened from both parties. While they sorted things out, me and Terence began to talk. I'm dreadfully sorry, Mr. Coffee Pot. I didn't want to cross the tracks, but my owner insisted that we'd be able to make it before you got there. Clearly, he was wrong.
It's fine, it wasn't your fault. And please, call me Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn.
My name's Terence. I'm a prototype tractor. Although, after this, I doubt they'd want to make any more of me. Oh, don't be silly. I mean, just look at your Caterpillar tracks. They let you go anywhere. The issue was your driver. He clearly didn't understand the safety rules.
Well, maybe he is reckless, but my builders told me that I must obey my driver.
Not if your driver's being reckless. You have to be sensible to be safe, after all.
After our conversation, me and Terence became good friends, although his owner still eyed the railway with suspicion. No legal action was taken against him, but he still blamed us for the near accident. A week had passed, and as I was headed home, I saw Trevor and his owner nearby a frozen lake. Alright, Terence, the mayor of Allsdale has asked us to retrieve a Christmas tree. So, we'll simply drive over the lake, collect the tree, and head back. Well, beg pardon, sir, but I don't know if the ice is strong enough to... Did I ask for your opinion? No, sir. Then shut up and get moving. As I saw them set off, I just knew this wasn't going to end well. They soon were loaded up and began to head across the lake again when it happened.
Driver, I think the ice is cracking. And it was. Showing no concern for Terence, his driver abandoned him. But I wasn't about to do the same. Driver, attach me to Terence. But Glenn, your engine can't support that. Just do it! Strong chains were attached between me and Terence, and I began to pull him away from the lake. It took everything I had, and I nearly popped a piston, but I had finally pulled Terence back to safety. Are you alright, Terence? Yes, I think I am. Thank you, Glenn. I thought I was done for. Well, I guess it really goes to show. You have to be sensible to be safe. Thank you, Glenn. I definitely won't be taking my driver's advice when it comes to safety. After that day, he became a far more useful and sensible tractor. I'm glad to see that he's still in operation. For years I'd assumed that he had just been scrapped by now. Well, funny you mention that. There was one time where... Okay, Thomas, our line's been cleared. We're free to go. Oh, right, driver. Well, I guess I'll have to tell you some other time, Glenn. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you too, Thomas. On the other side of the yard, Terence was still undertaking repairs when he heard a whistle. Huh? What's that? Hello, Terence. Glenn, is that you? Yes, it's me. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? Oh, indeed. And with that, Glenn and Terence began to chat the rest of the day away, just as old friends would.